Guys, and welcome back to our channel. Thanks for watching our videos and joining us in the kitchen as well. And in today's video we'll be learning how to cook banga soup using seafoods, and some of the seafood recipe which we'll be using is our crab and also our prawn. And the first thing you'll be doing is to remove the scale of your prawn so as not to let that get stuck in your teeth while eating it, and also to release the freshness and the sweetness of the crab. And don't forget to wash it very well, because looking at it, most especially the head side as contains a lot of sand in it, and you don't want to be eating stones in when eating your prawns as well. Although I had a bad experience, and god, it was just so funny. So just make sure you clean it very well. You remove the head if you want to, and if you want to add the head, make sure you remove the scale from the head as well, and to wash it thoroughly, like multiple times, to avoid eating stones or eating sand from your prawn while eating it. And as well, the second thing you have to do is also some unnecessary part from your crab, as you see me doing. Just like remove them, because that one is not necessary in your food. You don't have to consume that, and it is not eatable. So it's not all part in the crab that is eatable. So as you're saying it, you have to remove that from your crab as well, and also clean it thoroughly, wash it under a running water so as to avoid any other dirt inside of it, and also to make it clean. And as well, here I have my Uzuza leaf. I'll be using Uzuza leaf because I just love the taste and the aroma it gives. It adds to the soup. And some people do use spinach, scent leaf, but I just feel like using that as well. And this palm kernel is raw, but you just have to convert it by boiling it and some other necessary things. You can check some of our videos on how to naturally prepare your banga sauce. And here you have to boil your crab first, then put it in a pot, in a plain pot, put it on fire, and then you add a quarter teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of salt to taste, and to add sweetness to the crab and make it release so many flavors. And considering that, putting it inside your soup, and it will just look so sweet, like, oh my god, it's already looking sumptuous. And the next thing is just to like boil your crab as well, or your prawns as well, as you see me doing it. And also you had a pinch of salt to taste to that prawn as well, because if you don't add that, it will just look tasteless. It will have a tasteless taste. So you have to like add that. Then you take it out after some minutes, in which you find out that it has boiled. And to get to know that it is already done, it's changed color to like an orange color, as well as your crab. Also, to know that your crab is done, it will change color from that greenish color to a brown, a orange color. So that shows that it is done. Then you can remove it from the boiling water and then just set it apart. So once it has this color, it means it's good for eating, it's ready to eat. And then following the next step in making this our sumptuous and upgraded banga. Looking at inside my pot, I already pour my extracted banga sauce, and it's already boiling. Then I'll leave it to boil for some minutes as well, just to come together. And thereafter I pour my pepper mix. You can use any pepper you like, your bonnet, your tomatoes, and your bow as well, mixing together with your onions. So I added my pepper mix and I stir for a while. Then after that, I pour in my fish. Using this Titus fish is just always sweet and always release a lot of flavor into the soup as well. That is the reason why I love using Titus for my soup most of the time. Also, you can use your chicken, you can use anything you feel like using. You can use meat, you can use goat meat, cow meat, anyone, but I just prefer using this fish. And as well, I put in my seafood, my crab, my prawn. So the reason why I'm putting that first is because I want it to like the soup to get inside of it and to also release its flavor at the very early stage of the food preparation as well, so it becomes tasty. And as well, I pour in my prawn as you see me doing as well. Then I stir a bit so that all of those, the prawn and the fish, will not just squeeze inside the soup. So I gently turn it around gently, and then I pour in my seasoning. I use my no chicken seasoning cube for that. And as well, you can actually use any spice, any seasoning you feel like using, but I just like using this, so I put that there. And then I came up with my salt. I added my salt to taste. I won't be adding too much because my crab and my prawn already had salt as well, so that alone will make the soup sweet naturally on its own. So but I had to add little to make it more tastier. And then I leave it to boil for some minutes and to make it simmer. Then I just like turn and just make the seasoning go inside the soup. And don't forget not to stir too much, so it won't, your fish won't just squeeze inside the soup. And after that, I pour in my Uzuza leaf, vegetable inside the soup, and I'll just sprinkle it on the surface of my already almost done banga soup. And then I'll gently stir so that it can go inside the soup and a bit, so that it can just cook for a while, and then leave it for some minutes and let it simmer a bit. Then as you see, it is already done, and the flavor, the aroma, look at the surface alone, it's looking sumptuous and wonderful, and don't forget, people, to subscribe to our channel to get more tips. And you can check the description below to get some tips on how to extract your banga sauce from your palm kernel. And here we have just this shit, and you can just eat it with anything you feel like eating it with: your rice, your fufu, your pounded yam, and anything you just felt like. But I like to eat mine with either rice or fufu. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next in our next cooking video as well. Bye.